Hello world, and welcome to the podcast for educators passionate about computing and digital making. I'm Meg Wang, the editor of the Hello World magazine. I'm here to let you know that we've got 3 new podcast episodes on the way for you, continuing the conversations in the latest issue of the Hello World magazine. The theme of this magazine issue and of the podcast mini-series is integrated computer science, also known as cross-curricular computer science. Here in England, computer science is taught as a mandatory standalone subject, but in many countries, CS is integrated into the school curriculum. We've heard from educators who say that teaching CS as part of other subject lessons can be overwhelming, especially if you don't have a computer science background. However, on the other hand, integrating computer science and other subjects can offer a more accessible entry point for young people to learn and engage with CS, an approach that can broaden participation and can make CS education more appealing. Also, as we know, computer science encourages critical thinking and problem-solving skills, and that can enhance the learning of any subject. The new issue of the Hello World magazine explores this further. The first episode of the podcast mini-series explores why kids need to code. Philip Colligan, CEO of the Raspberry Pi Foundation, and Janine Kirk, computer science teacher and code club leader, will be discussing why young people still need to learn to code in the age of artificial intelligence. Hear them talk about ways of equipping your young learners for a digital world when the pace of technological change is moving so fast. The second episode of the mini-series is our teacher tips, and this one is very special as we'll be recording it at the Computer Science Teachers Association annual conference in Cleveland, Ohio. We'll be out on the show floor talking to speakers and educators and sharing their top tips for integrating CS into your lessons, especially if you're not a computer science specialist. And in the final episode of the mini-series, we're bringing you a panel discussion exploring how educators around the world from all disciplines are responding to the growing need for AI literacy. Ben Garside, Senior Learning Manager here at the Raspberry Pi Foundation, will be joined by 3 fantastic guests. Together, they share what AI literacy looks like in their countries and how they're working with the Raspberry Pi Foundation's Experience AI program to help young people develop the skills they need to thrive in an increasingly digital world. If you're wondering what to read first in the magazine, here are some of my highlights. There's a really interesting research article on a framework for cross-curricular analysis called Autonomy, exploring the question, can we really teach 2 things at once? We have an inspirational article about how computer science can be the key that helps students connect the dots in every classroom. And we have a raft of practical articles with ideas for integrating CS at the primary, elementary, and high school levels over a wide variety of subjects. Do check those out. If you prefer to listen to these upcoming episodes rather than watch them here on YouTube, you can subscribe to the Hello World podcast wherever you get your podcasts. You can find the new issue of the Hello World magazine at helloworld.cc, where you can subscribe to read the digital version for free. And if you're based in the UK, you can have a print copy delivered directly to your door, also completely for free. We'd really appreciate it if you could leave us a review or share the magazine with a fellow educator. It really helps more people discover Hello World and the amazing work happening in computing education around the world. 5 stars wouldn't hurt. I hope you find the latest Hello World magazine and podcast series uplifting and useful, and that our content really helps you engage and educate young people in computer science. Bye, see you soon.